Bat Out of Hell singer Meat Loaf dies at the age of 74. Meat Loaf, the larger-than-life singer whose bombastic rock opera, Bat Out of Hell, is one of the best-selling albums of all time, has died at age 74, according to a statement on his verified Facebook page. Our hearts are broken to announce that the incomparable Meat Loaf passed away tonight with his wife Deborah by his side. The statement said, daughters Pearl and Amanda and close friends have been with him throughout the last 24 hours. Meat Loaf's agent confirmed his death to CNN. No cause of death was shared. The singer, whose real name is Marvin Lee Aday, was born in Dallas. Meat Loaf's two biggest albums, 1977's Bat Out of Hell and the 1993 follow-up, Bat Out of Hell 2. Back into Hell, produced numerous hit singles, including Paradise by the Dashboard Light, 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad, and I'd Do Anything for Love. Read more. He also won a Grammy in 1993 for Best Solo Rock Vocal Performance for the song, I'd Do Anything for Love. Photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf performs in Munich in 1985. Hide caption 1 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf. Circa 1970. Hide caption 2 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf poses with fans. Hide caption 3 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf the performer appears in 1975's The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Hide caption 4 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf speaks into a bullhorn in 1977 in Los Angeles. Hide caption 5 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf is seen on April 12, 1978, during a performance at Symphony Hall in Atlanta. Hide caption 6 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Karla, DeVito and Meat Loaf perform in March 1978 on the Bat Out of Hell tour. Hide caption 7 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf performs in 1979 at Donington Stadium in England. Hide caption 8 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf and Debbie Harry perform in the 1980 movie Roadie. Hide caption 9 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Tim Curry and Meat Loaf perform the Tim and Meat's One-Stop Rocky Horror Shop skit on December 5, 1981 on Saturday Night Live. Hide caption 10 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf stands on stage on April 4, 1994, in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Hide caption 11 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf performs with John Entwistle of The Who in 1987 in London. Hide caption 12 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf poses with his wife Leslie Aday. Hide caption 13 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf performs in 1994 in the United Kingdom. Hide caption 14 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Jay Leno interviews Meat Loaf on December 13, 1995. Hide caption 15 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf performs during the Born to Rock tour in 1996 in Kiel, Germany. Hide caption 16 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf stars as Amos Rattlesnake Jake Frog in The Ballad of Lucy Whipple in 2001. Hide caption 17 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Prince Charles and Meat Loaf attend the 95.8 Capital FM's party in the park for the Prince's Trust on July 6, 2003, at Hyde Park in London. Hide caption 18 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf the performer jokes around with the paparazzi on March 8, 2006. Hide caption 19 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf and Norwegian singer Marion Raven gesture during a news conference promoting Meat Loaf's album, Bat Out of Hell 3, The Monster is Loose, on September 4, 2006, in Hong Kong. Hide caption 20 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf performs on October 6, 2011, in Brisbane, Australia. Hide caption 21 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf appears in a scene in the 2006 movie, Tenacious D, in The Pick of Destiny. Hide caption 22 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf performs on June 27, 2007, at Heineken Music Hall in Amsterdam. Hide caption 23 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf poses for a portrait on August 31, 2016, in Berlin. Hide caption 24 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf takes a curtain call as he visits the Bat Out of Hell performance on August 20, 2019, at New York City Center. Hide caption 25 of 26 photos. In pictures, rock and roll legend Meat Loaf Meatloaf and country artist John Rich perform on March 27, 2021, at Redneck Riviera, Nashville. Hide Caption 26 of 26 Meat Loaf also appeared in several television shows and films, including the cult classic, The Rocky Horror Picture Show, Fight Club, and Wayne's World. The singer acknowledged physical problems had affected his ability to perform. But in November, he posted on Facebook that he'd had 4 back surgeries and would be back in the studio in the new year. The back surgeries hurt everything. Before the back surgeries, I was still trying to do shows. That's when some of you saw or heard of me collapsing on stage and finally stopping the tour in the UK. I couldn't hit high notes because of back pain. Not a slight back pain that would bring you to your knees, he wrote. In 2016, Meat Loaf collapsed at a concert in the Canadian city of Edmonton and was admitted to the hospital. The cause was dehydration, a spokesperson said at the time. CNN's Sean Federico Omerchuk contributed to this report.